Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. This week we are going to make cheesecake bars. I don't know about you, but that sounds yummy. You don't need a springform pan. You just need an 8x8 pan that you either line with parchment paper or foil. However, watching the person who made this, she actually prefers foil over parchment paper, so that's what I am doing. All right, I have my dry bowl, I have my wet bowl. I'm not gonna tell you the amount of measurements because I want you to go to her link. So please remember in the description to click on the bold word that says more. When you click on it, it drops down. I discuss the recipe and then the link to the recipe is there. So the first thing we're gonna do is preheat the oven to 350. And we are gonna have an 8x8 pan that we have lined in foil. And right before I put the crust in, we'll just give it a little zhuzh with some spray. All right, let's work on the crust. Okay, so for the crust, we just literally have 3 ingredients in here right now. We have almond flour, monk fruit sweetener is what I'm using. It's what she recommends, but you can technically use any sweetener that you want. And that's really only a hint of cocoa powder. It's gonna give it a hint of flavor. It's really not gonna be all that chocolatey. We're gonna mix it up and get it all incorporated. I'm actually gonna switch over to a traditional fork. I have this out more for the cheesecake and I, for some reason, grabbed it here. That's okay. I can rinse it off when I get to the cheesecake part. Okay. So now I am gonna switch over to the fork. Then you're gonna take salted butter, or you're going to add a little bit of salt to this mixture if you have unsalted butter, because you need to have a little bit of saltiness. So if you have unsalted butter, just put a little bit of salt into your dry ingredients. Make sure it's nice and melted so we can make the crust, and we're gonna stir it all up. So pretty easy crust. And then we're gonna put this right into the bottom of the pan. And the reason I'm using a fork is because that's what I'm going to press it down with to make it nice and even. So that's really it. That comes along pretty easy. As you can see, it's already mixed. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick zhuzh. And move this over. We're just gonna put this right on down. And there we go. We're just gonna press it on down and try to make it even. I'll be back when this is even. Okay, so I now have the crust evenly pushed down. And in another bowl, and I'm gonna show you that real quick. I forgot to rinse this off. Let me do that quickly. Okay, so in another bowl, I am going to have 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese at room temperature, sour cream, egg, sweetener, and vanilla. That's all that's in this bowl. You can see that here. You want to make sure everything is at room temperature so it'll be nice and easy. We are going to start at a kind of medium speed, work our way up to a high speed, and we're going to blend until everything is completely combined. Occasionally, I will stop and scrape down the sides because you want everything to have a creamy consistency. So I will get it all blended and I'll be back when we're ready to assemble. All right, so we now have a nice creamy consistency, and I'm gonna pour it right over the top of this. Super, super creamy. And it looks pretty thick. It's gonna definitely make some thick bars. I don't know about you, but we like cheesecake in our house. So it's gonna be good. So I'm just pouring this over the top, and I'm gonna spread it out as evenly as possible. It recommends a spatula for this, which is why I went and rinsed it off, because you get the most straight lines when you use this for spreading. Looks pretty good. I always want to get a little bit of extra. The key for bubbles, just give it a few taps. So you're going to bake it anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes, basically until everybody's oven's different. You want the entire thing to have a slight golden top and no wiggles in the middle. Check at the 30-minute mark. If it's starting to brown too quickly and the middle is jiggly, lay a piece of foil on top. Just throw a piece of foil on top and keep cooking. As soon as the middle stops jiggling, that's your key. When the middle stops jiggling, pull it out, it's done. Let it sit on a counter for about 10 minutes until your hands can touch the foil. Pull out the entire square section and cool it on a wire rack in your fridge. And once it is cool, you're ready for a taste test. And that's when I'll see you. I'll be back here for the taste. All right, so the cheesecake bars are all finished. Look at them. They're looking pretty good, nice and thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. Let you guys know what I think. Those are good. I can see adding some berries with like a little sugar-free chocolate syrup on top would be really, really good. That chocolate is really just, like I said, just a hint of flavor. Really not much flavor there at all, but it gives just enough hint. This is one that I think you guys are really gonna like. What I did for storing them, I took a Tupperware container and I flipped it upside down. I used the lid. I put the crust on the lid and then I put the container on. So it looks like my container's in the fridge upside down, but that's so you take the base off and then it's right there ready to serve, so you don't have to reach in and have the cheesecake bars fall apart on you. Just a little trick there. Hope you guys like that. These are great. Please click on more to get the recipe. Once again, please remember to like, always subscribe and turn those notifications on. Love to have you here every week when I introduce a new recipe. For now, that's all, and I will see you next time. Bye.